One high school in North Carolina is trying something new. The school has teamed up with the local police department to teach students what to do if they get pulled over by the police. It's being taught in driver's ed. Man, that's real, Remy. It's been taught in driver's ed, and so far the program has gotten positive feedback. In one portion of the class, students are actually pulled over so that they're taught how to act in what to do in that situation so that they're safe. Ladies, we are here in this climate today. In the way that we live, what you've seen around, do you think that schools are taking a positive approach to this? Do you think this is necessary? Is this a good idea?
Definitely. Yeah.
But can they do these classes for the police officers as well, in case they forgot? Because there are great police officers out there that hold true to what they were taught. Some might need refreshing on their side, too. So I think it takes both parties to refresh on what they were properly taught. What do you do when you pull over? What do you do when you're pulling someone over?
Yeah, because I'm still struggling. There's a lot of videos and a lot of footage we've seen enough where people did exactly what they're supposed to do and the wrong thing happened.
Correct. So that's why it needs to be done on both sides. Because we can teach our kids, but
we're talking about young children, and there, as technology and as we progress as a society, different things need to be changed in our curriculum in schools. So you have things like understanding with you when you're with law enforcement, because some parents don't have that talk with their children. Also, like technology. Technology has changed with social media, how to act online and things like that. So I do think that there needs to be some type of updated curricula with what's happening with the times.
I think in the light of with everything that's going on, at some point, every parent has had that conversation with their child because it's been happening so frequently. And I agree with Adrian, like the teaching needs to be on the end of the person who ultimately has the most authority when you're getting pulled over. You know, because like Jeannie said, you can be doing exactly what you're supposed to do if things go totally wrong.
And I'm not, go ahead, Tam.
No. What were you going to say, Lonnie?
The reason why I say that is because when I first got arrested,
This one.
I didn't know, because my mother never had a talk with me, so I didn't understand about police officers and orders, and this is on the real, you know what I mean? I didn't understand it. When a police officer tells you to do something, you should do it, because if you don't do it, and I'm saying this is for people that don't know. I'm not talking about people that do know, and then, you know, that's a whole different side. But for me, when I first got arrested, I didn't know. I mean, he told me, he said, leave, and I didn't leave. Okay?
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying is that if I would have known, okay, this is a police officer, he told me to leave, I'm thinking, you know, because I'm young, I'm going, well, you know, that's my friend, da-da-da-da. And then he lost patience, and then he arrested me. But so it's like, I didn't know that.
Have you ever seen that video where the police officer says, you know, give me your license and registration, and they go to grab the registration, and he gets fired upon? The guy did what he was asked, you know?
Yes.
I think, me personally, if I see lights behind me, period, I get nervous. I start thinking about the person that I was standing to last week that was smoking weed when I had this jacket on. I start thinking about tickets that I pay my ticket. It's times where I see lights and I start panicking. I'll be like, oh, that's the ambulance, just somebody injured.
So,
my bad. Like,
somebody's injured.
I'll be nervous.
The reality is there are bad cops out there, obviously. We have seen that. And then there are also great cops.
Of course.
I was fortunate enough to have a dad who actually worked as a correctional officer, and he was also a police officer for the Glendale police station. Awesome. So he taught me at a very young age, because I used to like freak out. I used to have anxiety. The moment you hear that, even if you know you didn't do anything wrong.
You're nervous.
I was nervous.
Sure.
So the one thing he told me that I will never, ever forget is he said, always make sure that your hands are visible. So keep them on the steering wheel. And don't move them until they say license and registration, and really make like eye contact. And yes, sir, okay, I'm bending down. I'm bending down.
Should you?
This is done. License.